What's up everyone, welcome to another episode. Today I want to talk with you about the actual weight difference between the latest Shimano Ultegra group set in comparison to the latest Shimano Dura Ace group set. Both Di2 versions, of course, and let's find out together how big is the actual weight difference and is it worth the extra money once we know how big that difference actually is. So I actually purchased both of those group sets at R2 Bike, so that's my favorite or-to-go store these days for bike components because I like their prices and their shipping times especially. And yes, I recently bought the Ultegra group set for 1,500 or I think 1,495 euros, and purchased now the Ultegra group set for pretty much $1,000 more, so 2,495 I think was the price, plus minus around that. I had the Ultegra group set sitting at my place already for a while now, waiting to be built into a proper bike, but then of course the Bossy project showed up and I thought that this top of the line titanium 3D printed frame deserves also a premium group set, which is why I also went for the Dura Ace one, hoping that there is going to be quite some weight difference in between those two, also seeing this on a couple of blogs and other videos. But yes, I think it's always best to make sure and find out yourself how much that weight difference actually is. So enough talking, let's start weighing all those essential components. Alright, so let's get this started with the rear derailleurs. First, we're now looking at the Ultegra one, having this nice matte finish, and on the scale it tips 261.3 grams. So this is where we're starting. Now let's compare it to the Dura Ace one. You see here it's more of a black glossy finish, and this one comes in at 217.4 grams. So here we have 43.9 grams of weight difference. So now next let's look at the front derailleurs. So here again the Ultegra one, nice matte gray finish, which I kind of like a lot, 111.1 gram, or 111.2? No, 111.1. So let's check out the Dura Ace one. Here again, more the black glossy detail. Let's see where this one comes in, 95.6 grams. So that gives us a weight difference of 15.5 grams. So actually not that much, but it's also a smaller component. So now let's have a look at the brakes and at the shifters. So let's start at the Ultegra shifter again first. Again, nice matte gray finish, which I think maybe I even like this more than the Dura Ace one, coming in at 202.4 grams. Let me know what you think. Like, do you prefer the matte gray versus the glossy black? Now let's have a look at the brake caliper with the adapter. So for Ultegra also again, nice and gray matte, 166.9 grams. There we go. So now let's check out the Dura Ace one. Here we have this nice glossy black. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but here's a little 360 of this. Okay, and 186.9 grams. So this comes down to a weight difference of 15.5 grams for the shifter. For the brakes, you see we have this nice gray detail where the piston is, which is kind of nice. I like it, looks kind of tacky. 145.9 gram for the brake caliper with adapter. So here we're actually saving 21 grams. So now let's look at the other shifters. So that's now the right hand shifter. Again, pretty much the same as the other one, coming in at 201.9 grams. Then brake caliper again, this time without the adapter because it's the one for the rear. This one coming in at 166.8 grams. Now let's have a look at the right Dura Ace shifter. Nice and black again, nice 360. Look at that hand performance here. Okay, let's put it on the scale. 186.7 grams. There we go. So weight difference of 15.2 grams on the right hand shifter. And then again, brake caliper without an adapter, but with this nice little detail. That's coming in at 144.4 grams. So 22.4 grams of weight difference on the brake calipers. So now let's have a look at the cranks. Again, starting with the Ultegra one, the nice and matte gray finish. I really like that. So let's put it on the scale. Let's see where it dips it. And let's drop the other crank arm as well. 709 gram for the Ultegra crank set. So now let's have a look at the Dura Ace one. Here we go, glossy black finish. I think this is really where this finish kind of shines because it's got the biggest surface. So let's see it on the scale. Let's put the other crank arm on there as well. Here we are, 687.2 grams with a weight difference of 21.8 grams. I actually thought that the crank weight difference is going to be way bigger at that kind of size of a component. So now let's move forward to the cassette. These are both 1134 cassettes. And this is the Ultegra one, nice and shiny. I left the adapter on, but I'm leaving the adapter on. I'm leaving the adapter on both, so that should pretty much be equal. 349 grams. And this is the Dura Ace one, which has this more matte finish at 263.1 grams. So here we have a massive weight difference actually of 85.9 grams. And yeah, wait, what is this actually? I just found this one flowing around. Whoa. I mean, it's a smaller cassette, but it's 165 point something. Interesting. I mean, I guess stay tuned if you want to find out more about what this cassette is. But let's move on with the brake rotors. These are both 160 millimeter brake rotors. So I'm just going to weigh one of them, 112.3. And now the Dura Ace one, 110.8. So only 1.5 gram weight difference. So if you swap out both, 3 grams of weight difference. So now let's look at the chains in the packaging. So I didn't want to unpackage them now, but I would assume that it's more or less the same weight for the packaging. The Ultegra one, 259.1. And let's have a look at the Dura Ace one with the hollow pins. Here we come in at 248.8 grams. So 10.3 grams of weight saving. So all of this together adds up to a complete weight saving of 254.5 grams altogether. And I would be now very interested about what you are thinking about this. Is around 250 grams worth $1,000 of difference? And yeah, it doesn't matter in the first place. So yeah, if you also have any kind of questions towards any of those group sets, also feel free to put down in the comments. I will be building up, as I said, the Dura Ace group set onto the Bossy Strada SS frame starting next week. So if you want me to look out for anything in particular while setting it up, feel free to drop it down in the comments. I'll keep it in mind when I'm building up the bike. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this little video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And then yeah, as always, I'd say thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.